Okay, and we're live. Welcome, everybody. Susan here for another Wednesday night Hangout with Mentors. We've actually been having some fun in the background before I hit record, so most of our members have heard this already. Our topic tonight is value of alliance. I just wanted to, we're in July, near the end of July here, and not to time code this webinar, because what we talk about is going to be evergreen. We're talking about people and community and the value of an alliance. So I just want to introduce that, but because it's summer, we're a little more laid back, maybe a little more chaotic, and we're really talking about lifting leaders up within the community, the value of the community, what we have here, and what amazing things happen when you share not just knowledge, training, and value, but energy. Have you ever noticed the difference of energy when you're listening to, the song, I'm not sure if you guys know the song, but the song I used in the email that I sent out to my list earlier was Who Loves the Sun? I don't know if you know that song. It's an old song, but from Velvet Underground. So I challenge you to go and have a listen to it. It's a really fun song, and I love it. I'm a little weird. I can dance to it myself, but it's a lot more fun if you're sharing a fun music or a fun song like that when you're in a group of people, because the energy is kind of catchy, right? So that's what's happening here. So just join in the conversation, and we're just going to go round robin. If you are in the audience and you're a member, just shoot a message and I can pop you into the panel. If someone has invited you to this, you're kind of exploring and figuring out what our community is, get back with the person that invited you and find out how you can join in on the fun. Does anybody else want to feed off of that? Do I have someone that's jumping off their seat to talk about the topic? I know you were before, Jason.
Yeah, I was kind of waiting for Joe, because
okay.
Joe but,
Joe, would you like to speak to that?
Yeah, I can speak to that. Of course I can speak to that.
Thank you.
And, okay, for me, I love sports. Okay, that's my thing. I love professional sports. And the reason is I love people who are performing at the highest levels. That really, really excites me. So I really dial into sports. And one of my favorite movies of all time is called Any Given Sunday. It's an Oliver Stone movie. And it's maybe 15 years old. And there's a couple of clips that I've actually used in live events, the locker room speech that Al Pacino was giving to the team before they go out. But when I was thinking about the Alliance and what it is that we're doing here, and the thing that is so exciting is at the very end of the movie on Any Given Sunday, it's like the very end of the movie, pretty much the end. And the Al Pacino character, he's with Jamie Foxx right after the game. They had played a game, and Jamie Foxx, and they're having a conversation at midfield, and the stadium is empty. And they start talking about what it really is about and what it's really worth. And I remember Al Pacino saying to Jamie Foxx, he's like, dude, I was in LA the other day, and I ran into this quarterback, one of the great ones, and we had won all of this stuff. And I asked him, what is it that you really, really miss? And his response was, I don't really miss the money or the girls or the championships. He said, what I miss is being in that huddle with 10 other guys, looking down the field with one thing in mind, one objective. And everyone has a different responsibility on the team. This is me. This was my take. That was what he said. And what I took from that is it's so awesome to be a member of an alliance, of a team. Every single one of us, it's like fine spaghetti sauce, right? Every single one of us has got a unique skill set, right? I had the privilege last night, a real privilege of working with Susan on a webinar. I was amazed. The feedback has been tremendous. It's been all over social media on my page. I get to work with somebody who is a killer in their space. I don't know how much you guys know. I know many of you know a lot about Jason Cox down here. Jason Cox is a stud. And I mean, this is a 7-figure earner. I've known Jason for 19 years, going on 20 years. We've been in 2-3 top-tier companies together, and he always can produce. Yesterday, I was in a call with Jason. We were talking, we were conspiring, actually, about our new alliance. That's what this is about, our Unstoppable Alliance. And Jason, I'll tell him, Jason, we're testing a couple new strategies. How do we really begin running more traffic through our funnels. And we got a couple things we're developing right now. We'll be sharing them with everyone in the Alliance. And I'm talking to Jason, and he's like, whoa, there's a guy calling me back right now from what I had done earlier today. And he goes, would you like to hear it? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So he three-ways me in, and the guy comes up with all kinds of objections and all kinds of spiel. And Jason was never, ever, ever once knocked off his game, like a laser beam, like a buzzsaw. So there it is, another Alliance member who brings so much to the table. You know, it's really blowing me away, and that's why I'm here, right? Because I love being a member of a team. Like this guy said in Any Given Sunday, Al Pacino speaking to Jamie Foxx, the guy that he was talking to didn't miss the money, the girls, the championships. He missed being a part of a team. Every single guy looking down the field with one goal, one objective. And here, in our Unstoppable Alliance, the objectives are many, okay? Let's face it. We've got to feed the bulldog. We live in a culture of consumptionism. It's not even consumer. Consumption, consuming stuff. You got to have stuff more. That's where we are. We just have to acknowledge where it is. So at the end of the day, this is really about making serious money. In the top tier, you guys know, I play at the $22,000 level. I used to be the owner of a company that was a $25,000 play. That's where the money is. And people are coming for the money. Really, let's be honest. How many of us have actually opened up all of the material in a $22,000 product? How many of us have downloaded the files and taken a look? It's really about the education is awesome. The team is second to none, but it's really about having the revenue. But here's what I know. This is what I know. There's belief and then there's no. And what I know is because of the internet, because of there's so much communication, there's so much, Snapchat. Somebody's in here right now. Oh, I'm on your Snapchat. I'm texting you. Ann, I've been communicating with you on your Facebook page this morning. I don't know if you saw my latest Wayne's World response.
I did. I saw that. Yeah.
And I'll tell you something. When you look at, the giant Indian, that's on 63rd and Pulaski. That's in my neighborhood, Makita's Donuts. I was born and raised where they made that movie. But here's my point, right? We're in the social media circus, and it's everywhere. And as cool as it is, it really is causing grave congestion. People are more hungry than ever, and they are more skeptical than ever. I think the skepticism is more than the hunger. And so this alliance, having a mastermind of people who each have a core competency, okay, each one of us here does something that is unique and is part of the recipe, right? We're part of the plan, just like in the movie and Any Given Sunday. The thing that really has me here and really fired up is because all of us together, looking downfield, see one thing. And because of the chaos in social media, this forum here, being able to really effectively humanize the digital realm is going to be the key to all of our success. All of our success. You put somebody in this environment, and I'm working on some stuff for our team. Okay, I'm securing a domain, putting together a calendar of live events. This is a live event. Every morning, Monday through Friday, I am doing a live event at Profit Pro Radio. I spoke to John Bain today, and he was like, dude, it's really working. People are coming and hearing your spiel, and they're signing up. So I have things I bring to the table. And together as a collective, like today, I'm talking about more live events, more of this style stuff, more stuff in the morning. I'm sure that some of you have heard about Las Vegas in December. Now, I'm going to have to ask for forgiveness. Susan and Jason already reprimanded me, okay? But I believe sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. But we got a lot of cool stuff coming up, and every single one of us will have an opportunity to come to the front, shine, and show your stuff, man, because together our alliance is unstoppable. And I've been around for a long time. I've earned this hair, okay? I'm a grown-up. One of my domains is networking for grown-ups. This is for real. And I'm so excited to be here to lend my skill and to learn. As I said, yesterday Jason kicked my ass. And I've known him forever. We were in the first deal, Global Prosperity, in the 90s. We had the same teachers. When I heard him yesterday, you want to talk about filleting a fish? This guy, you filleted this guy's objections like you nailed him. All he could say was yes. It was amazing to watch you do it, dude. And then Susan, yesterday, sharing space with Susan for 75 minutes on a webinar. And you know what, Susan? Today, I actually took what I learned from you. I spoke about it on my new site, my page, because mindset matters. I spoke of you and my new idea, and it's all because I got to learn from you yesterday. You know, I'll shut up now, Jason. You should know better. Susan, you should know by now. You asked me if I want to speak. Well, this is what you get.
I forgot. We should keep you at the end.
No, you want him at the beginning and at the end. It's all on purpose. It's all good.
That's good.
I want to speak to something that's really fresh and super important on my mind, and it is very short. All of you, and this is directed at all of you members, if you want to step up, if you have something you want to bring to the table, just reach out to us. Because, for example, because Joe was talking about that we each bring value to the table, and we want you to do that up front and center. So, for example, Dr. Janine, she is doing success stories. So if you want to share your success story directly with Dr. Janine, she wants to help you share it. She wants to host it, ask you questions, and present that. And then all of our community is going to see it, plus everybody else that we share it to. So shout out to us, and we'll connect you with Dr. Janine. She's telling those success stories. That was just the first thing that came to mind. But whatever value you have to bring to the table, let us know. Let's share it. Let's help you. We can go from, for example, the video marketing. I went from afraid, knowing nothing, pushed myself to do it. Then because I was so curious and I wanted to do it better, I just kept on researching it. And now I can't help myself. I'm pushing people into it and teaching it and doing more and more. So something that was a weakness has now become something that I'm excited about sharing with everyone, and I'm working towards mastery. That's how it starts. You just start from where you are. So I just had to share that part. We want you to step into the potential and the great leaders that you are. And this is the place to do it. Like, where it's safe. Well, we might laugh at you once in a while. But
With you.
With
Hopefully
you.
it's always with. Laughing with you.
Right. Thanks, Jason. Ray, I would like you to step out and share what you have to say.
I don't want to right now. No.
All right.
I'm kidding. No, seriously, I just want to say this is a cool platform. I didn't like video. I didn't know what to say on video. I usually felt, who's going to listen to me? It was just one of those deals. And then, of course, you pick yourself apart more than anybody else will pick you apart. So that's one of the things that I just didn't want to be the center of attention. But for some reason, my humor takes me there. But I usually end up being, somebody. Tony knows when we get on a call, we're all talking. But anyway, I just want to say alliances is one thing that I really saw as something that this space needs. You see so many people as individuals running left and right, and they're trying to plug into something. They're trying to plug into something safe. And welcome, Rob. And one of the things is when I found this place, I was, when I was able to plug into people who really did care about, showcasing your story, because your story matters to somebody else. And that's so powerful. And I always heard this thing, Sinaloa, safety in numbers and law of averages. When you have numbers, you're able to have that umbrella of people and knowledge. You have that knowledge. Joe, Jason, Susan, anybody on this panel has just a level of knowledge that can tweak your game just that much better. I never gotten calls off of videos. And in fact, I never even thought of that. That wasn't even I didn't know what I didn't know. And once I started using some of the strategies I learned from Susan, it just started really changing everything for me. People started seeing me on videos. Now, I had accidentally done it, at times. I remember somebody saying, I used to be on calls with some other big trainer, and I was, I'd be on the calls and I'd be talking, and I'd co-host or whatever. And I remember somebody seeing me at some big event, and he says, "Hey, you're the great Ray Tamayo." And I'm like, what? What? And it had been years since I had been on those calls, and I'm thinking to myself, Okay. And he says, yeah, I used to be on those calls. You never know who's hearing your voice and who's responding to your voice. And when you know it, when you come to know what you know, and you go and you actually do something with what you know, and you take action to your affirmations, everybody wants an affirmation. But when you put action to that affirmation, guess what happens? Miracles. I would say small miracles. In a lot of people's cases, I know everybody on this panel could say, no, big miracles happened to me when I started doing that, when I started taking action. And it's when you have an alliance, when you have that group of people. I remember it was Henry Ford that said, you know what? He didn't know how the gasoline engine ran. He said, all I know is I got 100 buttons on my desk, and I could hit any one of these buttons and get the information that I want. And that's been proven here tonight, just that you have somebody to go out. People are calling you out, asking you to come out, encouraging you to come out for a reason. It's not to embarrass. It's not to impose their will over yours. It's to get you out here because they see something you can go to. And that dream that you really have on the inside, when you move toward those things that people encourage you on, gets you closer to where you see yourself ultimately. And that's what's cool about this place. That's what's cool about having people that really care. And again, humanizing something that is so far-touched from people, but it is bringing it close. It's bringing the world close. It's bringing communities closer together. So, yeah, that's it.
Thanks, Ray. That was awesome. Just think we're all in completely different places. I'm way up north here in Canada, and everybody else on the panel is from all over in the U.S. That's amazing. And we're hanging out here as if we were in the same living room or coffee shop. It's just really cool.
Way cool.
Yeah. Tony, on that note, on what we've all been talking about, what made you decide last minute to come out and join us? And thank you.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome. I decided to come out because I'm fearless, or I'm beginning to say I'm unstoppable and fearless, because there's nothing to fear. I talk with you guys, we communicate on everything else, and it's like, so why am I not showing up? And I said, I'm really comfortable here. I'm learning a lot, and I want to participate. And this is one of the most open and friendliest places that I have come across. And I've come across quite a few that I didn't enjoy. And I really enjoyed being here. And, I was listening to Joe, and I'm not a big sports fan, but I am one of the world's biggest cheerleaders. I love cheering people on to success and to fulfilling their dreams. That's one of my biggest, happiest purposes in life. So when I came across this, and Ray introduced me, and I know Paulie and all these guys, and Paulie and I actually work in the corporate. We work together. I no longer work there, in the corporate industry. And it was in the financial district. And I was a third shifter, and we worked with computers. There was a small group of human contact, and of course, that created camaraderie among the people. It may be 10 or 15 people there at night, but it wasn't the same as really sharing. And I didn't feel like, people were making money. They were, in the morning, we were making sure that the market was working and everybody was happy, but there was no heart in that to me. This one-on-one, belly-to-belly, person-to-person, people who actually want this success and are looking for it, and they're showing up and I can actually reach them, is unbelievable to me. This is a new life. This is a new beginning. And, this is a new group where it's, stepping off into new boundaries and new, found frontiers. And I am so glad that I'm here to begin it. And I was thinking about that, and that's the reason I showed up, because now's the time to step out. Now is the time, because somebody else is out there and they're saying, not today. And, yeah, I just had surgery and I look like a hot mess. But today is the day. If not today, then when? It will be the same when I approach, prospects and leads. If not today, when? Today is the day. Just step out there and begin it. So here I am. I showed up.
Awesome. I am so happy. So happy. It's just on the other side of a decision.
Yes.
Yay. Thank you. And thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
I think there's a lot of people that need to hear just that from just you. Perfect. Thank you. I have a couple more people. I'll just take a moment to pop them on. And then, Jason, are you chomping at the bit?
Yeah, I'll come out.
I'm bringing Frank and Valerie. Give me a moment.
Oh, Valerie is coming right on. All right, hey, there he is, Joe. See, that is Frank T.
All right, here we go. Here's Valerie.
Hey, all right, is she coming in? Okay, good deal. There she comes. Here she comes. All right, there's Valerie.
Summertime party time. Hello.
There you go. Isn't that inspiring? I mean, look, that right there goes to show the value and the benefit of an alliance. We encouraged, look, we pulled them in. I mean, we helped them make that decision to come on board and not be shy and break off. And that's exciting. And Valerie, I'm waiting to hear from you as well. But I want to talk about, Ray kind of, I had written down notes. Maybe I need to go first from now on because other people steal my thunder. It is. It's the SIDOA that I was going to bring that up as well, Ray. It's strength in numbers, law of averages, and that's exactly what it is. It's being able to surround yourself with like-minded, positive, forward-thinking people that will allow you to remain positive and allow you to accomplish and reach your goals. I mean, my motivation. I mean, look, I am so inspired by Tammy Montgomery's story and her transformation that it really got me off my duff, okay, and really, allowed me to say, hey, look, I want to do that too, and I've made a commitment, and it's Joe that inspired me to do the 100-day video challenge, so here now I've kind of cheated, okay, I'm actually making my videos while I'm walking. Okay, but I'm killing two birds at one stone, so, it's just a matter of breaking through, and it's being a part of a group of people, the alliance, when everybody comes together as one to help motivate and encourage and root and cheer people on. I'm looking forward to when Meredith comes on because she says it best. It makes you feel like everybody's rooting for you, and we are, okay? I mean, the bottom line is this, whether you want to believe it or not, okay, money is abundant. Prosperity is abundant. It's all around us, okay? All we have to do is plug into it. And that's what we're doing here with this mantra, or, we're humanizing the digital realm, which allows you to plug in and create the flow of money, which, I like how Tammy calls money is just oxygen. That's all it is. Okay, and you know what? They don't make $5,000 and $15,000 or 15,000 square foot homes just for elite people. Everybody can do it. Everybody has access to it. And with this formula and with this business model of the one-up compensation model married with the digital products and digital content, and then being a part of this alliance with all the added value that you get, there's no reason why we can't all live a fabulous lifestyle. It's strength in numbers. Like, for instance, an example, just today, I was doing a phone call, and I had a lady by the name of Jennifer, who I'm positive she'll be joining our alliance here within the next week. I was on the phone with her, and I did a screen share with her, and I said, look, I want to show you our Skype group. I want to show you our Facebook group. I literally had my Skype opened up on my front of my computer, and in real time I typed in I said, hello, Alliance family. Hello, TFMA Alliance family. I have a lady named Jennifer on the phone right now. Is anybody available to talk? And I hit enter, and she saw that, okay? And then all of a sudden, Larry Owen stepped up. Belinda stepped up. Somebody else stepped up. And of course, they couldn't hear her, but on the other end, she's talking in my ear. She's like, wow, this is crazy. This is amazing. So again, that's another strength of an alliance. Joe, I'm going to be bringing you in tomorrow. I'm talking with a great guy by the name of Rex, who is right there. Yes, Larry Owen is right there in your backyard, okay, in Carefree, Arizona. He responded to one of my advertisements. He's, left his name and number. I called him up. He's on the website right now. Matter of fact, I just got an email notification while this was going that he's accessed the website. So knowing that Joe is in Arizona, I'm going to be able to reach out and introduce this person to Joe. And that's the goal, is to be able to build this alliance up to where we can have people talk to other people in their area, in their geographical location, because sometimes that's what people want to see, is they want to know that they're not in it by themselves and that they have other people to help support and assist and coach and mentor them. And, I was telling, it was amazing, because Jennifer was just flabbergasted. She was like, wow, that's amazing. And that's what it is. To me, it's exciting to be part of a team, like Joe said, okay? Together, everyone achieves more. That's the acronym for team, is together, everyone achieves more. And that's so true, because, I'm not a Facebook guru, okay? I don't really know Facebook, but by watching Susan's Facebook training, that showed me what to do, okay, and how to do it. And every one of us has a certain talent or skill set that we can all learn from. And that's, oh man, I'm just getting chills up and down my body, because this is what I've been preaching for a year and a half now, is to build a community. That's what it is. It's community. And I've tagged it as a learning community, where everyone learns and coaches and teaches and trains one another to be successful in business. And it's just amazing to me now how, by being a part of our community and introducing other people to our community, how we can all prosper. We can all prosper by simply plugging people in to a community, a learning community, where we all learn and just really grow together. And, Joe kind of at the beginning kind of let the little hint out about December. I just mark your calendars from December 1st through December 4th, and you're going to want to do whatever it takes to be in Vegas. I'll throw out that another little hint. Okay, you're going to want to be in Las Vegas December 1st through December 4th. That will be our first live event. Okay, I'm not going to say anything about what else is involved, Susan. I can see you like, oh no, but no. But it will be a place where we can all gather. We can all, yes, we hang out digitally like this and everything else, but it's going to be nice to be able to meet each other in person, shake hands, break bread, have dinner, have a couple drinks, and just have fun. Okay, because that's what it's all about. So I'm very much excited, and I better shut up now, because I'm going to, tell everybody what we're doing in December, and we don't want to do that yet. So.
Yeah, stop that. Thank you so much, Jason. I absolutely love everything that you said. I'm thrilled that we're all hanging out here together for all of those reasons. Talk about powerful. And I'm so excited you did come out tonight. Would you like to speak?
Yes, I will.
Awesome.
I actually didn't plan on coming out tonight because I was in the middle of doing other things. So at the last minute, here I am. But yeah, I love that we're coming together like this as a team. I love the idea of doing the hangouts. I know I had a conversation with Jason, oh gosh, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, Jason, I don't know if you remember that, where I talked about, the power of having the Google Hangouts in previous businesses that I've been in. And I love that we're doing this. And, it's a great platform to bring more support to the team and to show other people that, we're here for each other. And this is actually my very first Google Hangout or Zoom Hangout I've ever been on, so a little nervous. So, but it's good for me to get out and do this, and I plan to do some more of them. But any questions for me? Because I don't know what to say.
I think that was awesome, and
Okay.
I'm always a little extra excited when somebody comes out and it's their first, and it happens to be one that I'm hosting. I don't know why, but I'm building a list.
Yeah, no, I'll get more comfortable as time goes on. Just like when I started doing videos, I put off doing videos for the longest time. And I finally just decided I'm just going to jump in and do them. And I did my first one, I think about 2-3 years ago. And, still learning, still getting better at them, but I'm more comfortable with them now. So, these Hangouts are another way to get out of my comfort zone. And I'm glad you pulled me out, because next week I was going to have to jump out anyway. So here I am. It's done.
That's right. I'm glad that you did. And the thing is, what I know of you, Anne, and I'm looking forward to, I'm sure we all are, looking forward to getting to know you more, because you've got years of experience of relationship building and networking. You have a lot to bring to the table. And by putting that into not just video, but this kind of dynamic conversation video, it's going to be really, really great to have you as an addition here as well, Anne. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's an honor. Okay, so who's next? Thank you very much. Rob, Frank, and Valerie for joining us. Do I have someone jumping at the...
I'll jump out.
Okay. Welcome.
Rob, you're on mute, just so you know. You have to unmute if you want to be heard.
Anyways, I just wanted to jump out real quick here and just say, Joe, I haven't seen you in over 10 years. It's great seeing you. And this is a great forum, and there's just so many leaders on here with Rob Hanley and Jason. I'm just so excited with you guys. But I still have, do you guys remember this? Remember the gold cards that we used to have with Bob Proctor? Hey, I'm still living in the house where 3 years before I had put it on my gold card, and it said, I feel so happy and free now that we're in a 5,000 square foot house with my wife and I. And we didn't know how we were going to do it, my wife and I. And I dated it October 2nd, 2005. And I remember it was 3 years before, and the time that we moved into this house that we're into right now was 2 days, but what was written on my gold card 3 years before. Do you remember that, Joe? And I remember you teaching in Athens, Greece, wearing a robe or something. But I have some great memories of some teachings that we did with all the great speakers from around the world. And I'm excited how it seems like how we attract together as teammates, like on a football team, just like you said. And you're looking at the goal line, and then, what does it take for all of us to get to that goal line? And, it's exciting because we're going to make it. Whether it's material things, like a nice car. This is a little Viper. I used to do teachings on this. I don't know why I just still have it here. But if you put things in front of you, set it on your goal card, hang around the right people, I know that you're going to be successful. And thanks so much for letting me jump out.
Awesome. Thank you, Frank. Valerie, are you ready? Oh, I can unmute you. You're still muted. Okay.
Thank you. Excuse me, Susan. Well, this is my very first time doing anything like this, and I'm really excited to be here. And as I said, I had a very bad hair day and did not want to be on here tonight, but I'm really encouraged hearing everyone tonight. I'm in awe of this group, in awe of this team, in awe of this business, and I've learned so much. And Jason is an amazing teacher, and I'm going to do what he is doing, the challenge with the video, and I'm excited about that, and I think that's going to really help me, and I'm excited about doing the videos. And I'm very excited to be here, and thank you all. This is a great format, and I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming out and for sharing. And if anyone ever feels bad for a bad hair day, just ask me to join them, because I'm not shy. I'll mess up my hair, or I might be having one too. If you want to feel like you're not alone, I'll join you in the bad hair day just so that you'll come out with us.
Well, you just gotta get one of these. Get the Mr. Miyagi hat.
Yeah.
You know, I want to say something here real quick, and yes, Rob, I want to hear from you. But Valerie, I just want to say from my heart to yours, thank you for stepping out and just being who you are. Because Valerie is so supportive of everybody in our group. She's on every training call. She's on she's rooting and cheering everybody on, and that right there again, circling back to the alliance. Okay, that's the benefit of an alliance, is you really feel like you have other people cheering you on. And Valerie, again, I'm looking eyeball to eyeball now, and I want you to know I truly have love in my heart for you. And we're all gonna. I've actually got a freaking tear in my eye right now. A few of them, but it is. It's really this format, and it's the technology. This Zoom conference, the digital era that we live in is really going to allow all of us to break the cliche financial bondage that a lot of people find themselves in. I mean, there's one of the platforms for all the political stuff is raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. I mean, come on, $15 an hour is not a lot. Joe and I were having that conversation earlier. That's $600 a week. I mean, that's nothing. I mean, you can hardly breathe for $600 a week. And here, by joining this alliance and showing other people how to introduce other people to this alliance and share and market real valuable information and education with other people, how they can start the flow of money. And $600 a week is nothing. I mean, that's a drop in a hat. And I'm looking forward to having more and more people coming on as panelists and sharing and just really, I mean, I can't wait for the day to where we have this conference where there's 50 or we max it out and people are sharing. So again, Valerie, thank you for just being who you are and having the oomph to get out here regardless bad hair day or not, to just come on in and share, because that matters. That matters. As Joe says, mindset matters, and that's the mindset. So
yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Now I'll dry the tears. Let somebody else go.
That's nice.
I have goosebumps, actually. I am so excited for what we are creating here. I have goosebumps tonight. Yes, you belong at the top. Yeah. Over to you, Rob.
Well,
pleasure to meet you. First of all, thanks for coming.
Nice to meet you. I've heard your voice on the calls many, many times, and cool technology. I've never really used Zoom. I've been doing videos and YouTube and things like that for a long, long time. And so the first thing is, I guess, in a little bit of nostalgia, is my crazy friend Frank there. Frank, by the way, is the guy is absolutely the salt of the earth. So for everybody that's watching right now, I'm going to this is one of the things I tell people. I use Frank for three-ways and things like that in here, because I really just love him. He's one of my very best friends. I mean, he's great. And here's the thing, other than my edifying about how great and wonderful and fun he is, I met Frank in a high-ticket business. In fact, it was in Liberty League many years ago, of which that was the first time I ever met Joe Need, was when I went to Cancun. And you were quite a few pounds heavier, I believe. Your hair was dark, long, stringy hair. But, man, he could do it, man. And he could bring the calls in the morning. Really, really, really awesome. But the thing that I tell people so much about this business, and particularly about what we do, because I've owned different networking companies. I've owned companies that are kind of like, this. They're not nearly as high ticket and things like that. But the whole, we call it GPT, is what I always call it, get paid today. I mean, who doesn't like actually getting a sale and getting paid right now? I can tell you, I like it. My wife likes it. It's nice, man. It makes you feel really good. The only thing I like better is having somebody on my team get a sale. But of all of the things that are around, one of the things I tell people that is so important, because a lot of times they'll ask you, well, after I pass up a sale, I mean, they're kind of asking, like, are you really going to help me? I mean, like, what's going to happen? And what I explain to them is the real value is in the relationship that we're creating. And unlike a network marketing where we're putting in, it's, $59 or it's $195 and it's $27, whatever it's going to be, all you got to bring in is 10 million people and you're going to make 10 grand a month type of a thing. And you could do that in 7 months or 8 months if you work your butt off. And that's great. I mean, sure, I'd love to have a 6-figure a month income and having a gigantic downline, but for the regular guy that's out there, to be able to come in, position yourself, work a little bit, and then get a sale and actually really, have a 3,500 to 6,500, whatever it might be, it's huge, man. And it's the difference between somebody, they might BK or whatever it is. And so I tell people the main thing is the relationship that we're creating. And I joke a little bit and I said, you think this is the only thing that I have to offer you or to sell you? I got lots of things I can sell you. And by the way, there's things that you're going to be able to sell that you're going to be able to tell me about as well. We're creating this relationship because we're a couple of crazy people that would be in a business like this. We don't think outside the box. All of your neighbors don't do that. And there's tremendous value overall in us connecting together, because I'm the kind of person that would get involved in what you're doing. And you're obviously the kind of person that would get involved in what I'm doing. And you can create relationships that will last many, many years. My friend I met overall, my sponsor in this business, I met I never even knew him before. First time I ever met him was when I went to Cancun. I met Joe Need down there. It was back 10, 11 years or so ago. But Frank was just a guy on the phone, and now we're, best friends. So what a great foundation, really, that is one of, of economics and mentorship, and you're tied to me type of thing. When I help you, it's going to help myself, and give a man a hand up and all the other kind of things like that. But it leads into a genuine kind of a friendship, because I know that him helping me was going to, so I tell people this kind of thing when I'm talking to them, that what I really see the value in on here is, if you want, I'll create a relationship with you. And I have evidence that those relationships, they can last many, many, many years. And they can make a lot of money, by the way, too. They can be very, very valuable. So that's kind of where I come from. I get a big crack up when he's producing all these things and telling Joe, I remember you in Greece and this, that, and the other. And I remember Jason from many, many years back, too. And by the way, a real kudos to Jason, first of all, for putting all of this together. And originally, I wasn't really part of the Alliance at all in any way, shape, or form. And he reached out to me, and, we had a good talk about it. And I got to just say, every single time, it's my same testimonial every time I come on one of the calls. Is I like to edify, number one, I like to edify him. Number two, I like to edify Meredith, because they step up all the time. But every single person that I bring on to one of the calls, and now, how cool is this? We'll have video. That'll be even better. That'll be great. But every single time I bring people on, nobody goes, it wasn't good. Everybody says the same thing. They always say, God, that was a really professional call. I mean, those calls, this group, the format that it's in, the professionalism that it's on, it just works. I mean, it's kind of like the wrench I have in the toolbox. Get a prospect, follow up, ask a couple questions, maybe do a 3-way, and then I look to see, Tuesdays are much better than Thursdays, only because I don't like Thursdays, because, man, I got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I got all this time to come around to Tuesday. But if I have a prospect on Monday or on Sunday, oh, forget about it, because I want to bring them on to that Tuesday call. So that's kind of what I would jump out and say. And big hats off. This is really cool. I like the idea of having a meeting, like a Vegas kind of thing. Jason hinted at me a little while ago, said, "Man, we're gonna have events." Wow, events? Really? People, they like events. I like events. So, again, that was where I met my friend Frank, man. I took my wife and I took a cab in Mexico from the airport to someplace, and here's, hey, I'm Frank, So, now he's been to my house. I've been to his house. it's good stuff. So, at any rate, thanks for letting me jump out.
Thanks for jumping out, Rob. And Joe, I think you got some competition now.
Rob can talk. Hey, Susan, I think Coach Belinda is trying to get on the panel. I don't know if you saw her or not. I'd love to actually, put a face to the voice here. I've been hearing her voice a lot too, and I'd love to have her come on out and share too. So
I didn't see the message. Let me find her.
All right. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, Belinda. Yeah, okay. Belinda Condell.
Got it.
All right, good deal. Good deal. Here she comes.
We're filling up the page.
Yeah, we're going to, like I said, I know there's going to be that day here in a very, very, very near future where it's going to be just full.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so nervous because it's different talking on the phone when people don't actually see you.
Well, you got to turn the light on.
Oh, no, I don't have any light in my room. I thought I was having enough light for my monitor. I'm sorry. I don't have it's all natural light.
We can see a shadow of you.
Oh,
it's kind of spooky.
I guess I'd have to get a lamp for my room because I thought I had enough light.
I feel like I'm watching a Showtime.
Like Halloween.
We can hear you loud and clear, and we can kind of see a shadow of you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll invest in another lamp. How about that?
That sounds good.
That's fine. Just stay close to your monitor, and we can see you just fine. There you go. Yep. Stay there. There you go. That's a little better.
Can you share your thoughts? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, real quick, I just want to say, Coach Belinda is another person in our Skype group that just really is there actively promoting and encouraging people. And again, from my heart to yours, thank you, again, for being there and just being on all the calls to share your testimonial and your excitement. That's again, what makes the community. So thank you.
My pleasure.
For stepping out and sharing here tonight.
I just want you guys to know that I've done a lot of programs. I mean, like many of you, I've been all over the place. And as I always say on the calls, it's not, I mean, you guys have the best system that I found out there. We have a company that has everything that anybody could need to succeed. But on top of that, if that weren't all enough, you guys are like a second family to me. I mean, it's not just about support. I actually feel love from you guys. It's not just like rah, but you guys actually, like, you get in the trenches with the people, you support each other, you give advice. I mean, just everything that anybody could ask for. And I just wish more people that are looking at this could even see from the inside, because words enough just wouldn't justify what we even tried to explain to them. But I do my best to do that anyway. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
How cool is that? I just met you, Belinda, and I'm already falling in love with you.
Oh, thank you.
What an amazing community. We are at the top of the hour. Joe, would you help us wrap this amazing conversation up? Although Frank has hands up. Frank, do you want on the panel?
Not right now. I just want to thank everybody for the call. Great call. Joe, take it away.
Hey, Frank, remind me, were you about to get on an elevator when we were heading to Fiji, but you didn't have a passport and the elevator closed? Was that you?
I think that was me.
I think it was. And your guest that day went on to become famous in the reverse funnel system. Who was that dude that's sitting on the beach? Who was the guy that was with you going to Fiji? Do you remember?
Trying to remember. It was a long time ago.
All right, well, listen, enough. I want to thank you for pointing out and thank you for reminding me about Athens, Greece. We have traveled the world together, and I find this really, really interesting that here I'm meeting new friends, people that I've never had the chance to hang around with before, and then at the same time, I've got people who are showing up that we have been connected and we have known each other for years. Something really, really cool is going on here. The fact that, these are I got to tell you, these are the best and the brightest. Frank, I have always had Max. I still tell your story. I'm pretty sure it was your story that I share to this day. I've told that story about the car dealership. I mean, you've inspired me years and years ago, and I still carry that inspiration with me to this day. And Ron, this is absolute craziness, right? That people are showing up here and bringing these stories, and they're all, every one of us are in lockstep. The thing I really dig here is every single person who's come out and spoke is pretty much like telling the same story, coming with the same energy and the same, like we're all in it together. We're all a family. We're all connected, right? It's really, really amazing. And we're just getting started, Susan. It's like, this is really our very first time with the Alliance coming together with new members, and I'm really looking forward to this. And I want to tell you guys that, I know that you mentioned, I think it was Rob mentioned that I am in the mornings I still do that every single morning. Here, Pure Profit Pro is kind of like the junior varsity. I call it a Harley with training wheels that they put in here for the person who's only got a couple hundred, 250 up to $1,000. And I've come to the table. That's how I met a lot of the people here. Is every morning, it's called ProfitProRadio.com at 10 o'clock in the morning every day. I'm doing the same stuff. I'm promoting, I'm edifying, and it's only 15 minutes long. I encourage you guys to use it. I spoke to the guy today who actually is the owner of all of this stuff, the provider of the content. And today he said, dude, he goes, that thing you're doing in the morning is really beginning to work. People are making sales. And it's happening because of, the way that you're describing the story. And it's just the tip of the iceberg. Working with this group, working with you guys in this forum. You talk about the call that Jason does on Tuesday, and it is absolutely rocking. Well, I am actually, I don't know if you guys want to join me, because, Jason likes to squeeze everybody. Come on out. I'm going to bring you out. You're coming out. Well, I'm telling you, Jason, I'm putting you on notice right now that we're going to begin using this forum for your Tuesday night call. And when you do that killer comp plan, that comp plan explanation, I fully expect to see you standing on a whiteboard and actually drawing it out live here on Zoom, right? and so my point is that we're going big. Live events. I've traveled the world with you, Frank Tamborelli, literally, right? Fiji, Athens, Greece, all over Mexico. We've done it. And we're doing it again, okay? And we're going to have a blast, and we're going to make a ton, like just more money than we've ever made. I really absolutely believe that. And the gold card, really? Dude, I absolutely love it. You're muted out there, Frank.
It's Bob Proctor's gold card. You remember Bob? We should have him come and see us sometime. But I just love Bob, and I still use his gold cards to this day. And
they still work.
And I put them in my wallet, and they just, they fade over time, but they're so powerful.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this is that, I was recently working with a team of people, and a woman said, I got the Bob Proctor gold cards. As a matter of fact, in the passion test, we were talking about the passion test by Janet Atwood. She talks about the gold cards that she learned about this from Bob Proctor. All of these little tricks that we're talking about here, we will be bringing this stuff in mass to all of the people in our alliance. This is kind of like cherry picking now. In my opinion, we're taking the best and the brightest, okay? Every single person that I've heard here today is unique. Every single person that I have met here has a unique core competency that will benefit each other, right? I can go on and on, Susan. I'm already going 3 minutes past the top of the hour. I just want to thank everybody who showed up here today. And Jason, you're next up, bro. We're going to be seeing you in these Zooms on your Tuesday night deal. We're going to go all week, right? Here's a calendar. I'm working on a calendar right now. I think it's going to be called, I have to secure the domain. I think it's called Unstoppable Alliance Live. Okay, so it's live, right? Every morning, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Every evening, 9 p.m. Maybe it's a call, maybe it's a webinar. In December, we're going to be in Vegas. And that's only the beginning. Because this whole idea, and when I first met Susan, I talked for a couple minutes, she talked for a couple minutes on a conference call, and it blew my mind because her concept of humanizing this digital realm was like so significant. Because I have struggled. I have struggled with Facebook and with, I really wasn't really down with YouTube and Google Hangouts and stuff, but I realized that is really that's the missing piece. That is what is the missing piece, is the humanization, right? Bringing this in real time to real people and proving it by really caring. Jason, the story you told today, Larry Owens, really? That dude is like 80 years old, and he's making money hand over fist. I've known Larry Owens for years. For real, man. All right, I'm going to shut up now. I'll see you guys very, very soon. It's really an awesome thing. Frank, it's great to see you. It really is, and we'll be talking again soon. I'll give it to you, Susan. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, each of you panelists, for all the value you added today. Like, wow. Talk about from all all different points. Like we came at this very simple topic, the value of an alliance, from so many different perspectives. And like Joe said, still all saying the same thing, but from a different angle. And that's just beautiful. So thank you very much. And to everybody that's watching, if you're watching it live or if you're watching it the recording, stumble. Thank you for watching it. Thank you for joining us. If you're not a member, get back with the person that invited you and ask them how you can find out more, how you can get started, how you can come over to the side with us. Because it's kind of like Cheers, a place where everyone knows your name. I just have to stick that in there. And yeah, so it's just like, I'm just full of gratitude. This particular time slot and the kind of the core theme to this Hangout with Mentors, we started about 14 months ago. Tammy and I started it. And every week we would gather here together and choose a specific topic, a specific focus, and it's grown exponentially, and especially in the last month since Jason and Joe and Tammy and I started this conversation of what if? It always starts with a question, right? What if we combined? What if we all joined and chose respect, trust, open-mindedness, and just really connected? What if? And it's already exploding. So I'm just really excited. I'm grateful and definitely honored. So thank you very much, everyone. And we'll see all of you in the next one.
God bless. Bye.
Bye now.